Magis will be held prisoner as a traitor to Zarek's crown. Hear ye. The Voltaic revolt, led by the renowned Magis of the Magi Kill, has been vanquished by the Order Emperor. With Magis now in chains, King Zarek turns his gaze northward, guided by his treasured map to hidden riches through swamps and frozen domains. In the Order's embrace, we all thrive.
Get on with it. Oh.
Spearos? Is that you? How is this possible?
Xiphos, you've grown into a fine warrior.
What are you doing? Leading these traitors?
I can explain. After your father united the great nations during the first battle of Inamorta, things were good for a while. Until your mother, a great woman, may the spears guard her soul, gave birth to you and the rest of the royal siblings. We as generals knew it wouldn't be long. Your father would rightly want his own heirs, leading his armies. We begged your father to keep the old way, selection by the trials of superiority. He agreed, and in hindsight, the worst outcome. Archis, from the House of Architons, was the first to lose their position. Next was Mera, from the House Mera. One at a time, eventually we all fell. Even me, loyal to your father through 2 great wars. Atreoys could barely see over his shield. I didn't last long. I was defeated as if I were a child. Many of us became split by rebel recruiters. We were tempted by the prospect of taking back what was ours. I was sworn to protect the royal siblings, not to take orders from children. When Magis was struck down in battle, surely it was my turn to step back in. Your father assigns Atreoys to lead. The boy who doesn't even train. He's never in school, and worst of all, doesn't believe in the way of the spear. Oh, that was the final splinter. I left to find my own way. Hundreds loyal to me followed. We were in search of the old ways. But what we were led to was something ancient, something magical, and it changed everything forever. It turns out we're not the only ones that got lucky. What will you do with me?
I will send you to the king. He will decide.
The glacial uprising under Spearos of the Speartons is now a chapter in the Order Empire's legacy. Integrating their glacial magic, we proclaim it for the collective good. Guided by our map, the next destination emerges. The wondrous woodlands. We venture forth. All thrive under the reign of order. Archis is imprisoned, the woodland tribes vanquished, and the woods are now safe for all. Our fearless King Zarek marches onward to our next divine conquest. Ahead, the canyons unfold, a pathway to the awaiting ruins of the Chaos Empire. All thrive beneath the Order's banner.
I'm just not sure about this, Zarek. Something is off here.
Are you worried, Zilly?
Zilaros.
Yeah, you're worried. I might get a taste of magic. Then what? I won't need you poking around.
Can you at least have a rest? Decide tomorrow on a clear head.
Bah! The king of Inamorta, slayer of the Chaos Empire, does not rest. Maybe you need a nap, old man.
What is he talking about? Which wins? He's not thinking straight.
We leave tonight. Zilly, you will stay. Don't let anyone touch that throne. I plan to have it brought back to the capital. That's your only job. Do you think you can manage?
You're bringing that monstrosity back to Castle Iris.
Don't you ever speak her name. You're not worthy.
Zarek, what are you talking about? What is going on with you?
Ready my mount.
Father?
You look ridiculous in that.
Zilaros sent me.
I figure he'd send a spy. I'd say I'm disappointed it's you. But I'm not surprised.
Father, listen! Zilaros was right. We interrogated the scout. He's not one of ours.
Zilaros is behind this. He's always up to something.
He sent me here to protect you.
He thinks I need protection. That's outrageous. He's trying to undermine me.
I brought the Shadow Wrath and we are at your command, sir.
Very well. I will accept them. But you will head back to Castle Iris immediately. The battlefield is no place for a girl. It's bad enough I've got Kaiju and Thera running around playing hero. Now I've got to worry about you too? Do you know what immediately means? You're supposed to be quick.
So, what's the deal? A pile of gold? You want your very own castle? Tell me about your family.
You can have them. Bunch of ungrateful.
All of them.
What do you care?
These are your last words. Is there anything you'd like me to pass on to them?
Have you got something to drink?
We have none of your pleasures out here.
I lost my boy. He was meant to take over everything. He was like me, only better in every way. A leader that people loved, not feared.
You lost your son, Addakai.
I'm speaking of Atreoys. If I die tonight, Tell him that his father loves him.
Brother's here. He says it's important. What's he got you doing now?
Always something with him. Fix him a drink?
Oh, is that an order, sir?
Please.
Better.
Thanks, love. Be right in.
If you want his attention, bring some ale.
Speaking of, my dear, would you mind?
Wow! I can't believe you're still doing that one.
One day I'll get you.
So, what's so important?
Zilly, what's up?
I go by Zilaros.
I'm ahead to the market. See you, Zilaros. Don't be a stranger.
You are the leader of a nation called Order, and your way is of peace and knowledge. Your people do not worship their weapons as gods. This makes you a mark for infiltration by the surrounding nations. Your only chance to defend is to attack first.
King Zarek, ever brave but sometimes rash, fell into a snare. Although Zilaros sensed the peril, Kai, aided by the vampiric soul stealers and the deceitful Chaos Empire, used cowardly tactics to capture him. May Inamorta's magic shield him. Bolstered by Zilaros's wisdom, we stand stronger than ever against these dark forces.
Wait, my brother.
I've had enough of this taking prisoner garbage. They would kill us if they had the chance.
She might know where Zarek is. Xiphos, please. I helped your mother raise you.
You've got until 3, or you join her.
No, wait.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. He's held up in a tower. 3 nights northeast of Gargo's Keep. I'll go. I can hear it now. What took so long?
And he's right. Go.
Through unparalleled strategy, the cunning vampiric soul stealers and their leader, Mera, have been bested. Despite the shadowy backing of the Chaos Empire, our flawless diversion, masterminded by the astute Zilaros, ensured a safe return of King Zarek. Although King Zarek advises a halt, our destiny and greater judgment calls us forward. Bravery shall guide our path, as always. In Zilaros' Order Empire, we all ascend. Under Zilaros' leadership, the Order Empire claims decisive triumphs, Sicklebear defeated, rebels reclaimed, and Lavish's mines secured. Now we stand in the heat of the borderland flame feeders. With Zilaros guiding us, we march fearlessly through any blaze. His achievements already eclipse Zarek's storied reign. Let us break through and free the borderland flame feeders from themselves. In Zilaros' order, we all ascend.
Atreoys, get out of here, boy. This is not your fight.
Whose fight is it? What are you hiding?
I'm protecting.
Killing thousands? That's what you call protecting?
To save millions.
Surrender now, and we can end this madness. What do you say?
We are the Swordwrath, forging blades so sharp that limbs will sever at mere sight.
Clicky, get out of here, boy. It's gonna get hot.
All I've ever done was to protect Inamorta. Once again, the Order Empire has taken everything.
Excellent work, Atreoys. It's good to have you back. You don't have me, Zilaros. You never will. Have it translated, melted down, sent direct to me. Zarek has held my crown long enough.
The story I'm about to tell is not of heaven or of hell. It's not of any place you know, and if you did, you dare not go. It's full of love, war, and death, and begins with the first breath. V lay wrapped in his cocoon, dreaming of what might be. An eternal slumber, an infinite loneliness with nothing for him to see. In the abyss, he dreamt of seeing his reflection, his lack of companionship, his only imperfection. This sudden realization jolted him awake. In that moment, time began, like the birth of a snowflake. He removed his 1,000 eyes and cast them into the darkness, creating the stars and space. He chose one planet among the rest for his final resting place. He called it Inamorta, the first word ever spoken. To feel alive, he needed children, or he'd remain heartbroken. He knew not of pain or suffering, only the need for a son and daughter. From his body, in his likeness, he created the elements, earth and water. For 1,000,000 years, these two elements would populate the world. V would watch, impressed, until the inevitable unfurled. The elemental populations reached beyond capacity. Water would claim the oceans, while earth would claim the trees. They fought ferocious battles, and borders only grew, though they could not live without each other. So what were they to do? V became angry at what they had become, a perfect world of harmony, and look what they had done. he created a third element, fire, from his own two hands, punishment for anything disobeying his commands. But his newest creation was spawned from hate and spite, and evil was born into Inamorta on that night. V could not control the elementals in those early days. Fire took over land and sea and set the world ablaze. Afraid making a fourth element would only make things worse, he had no choice and created air, as fire was a curse. This time, V's thoughts were benevolent and pure. The air elementals were loyal and thought to be the cure. They enforced the laws of V and fought for a world of peace. But fire only worshipped themselves and would not be policed. Fire used the elements to make their powers grow. They witnessed the creation of air and tried to create something of their own. They wanted to be gods like V, but their only magic was hate. Creating the Chaos Empire was their only fate. This new empire could live and die and truly had a soul. Their love of life and fear of death made them too powerful to control. The air elementals could not stop them at their border and prayed that V would bring freedom, justice, and order. The hate of fire burned so hot that nothing would survive. V had a choice: destroy it all, or make himself alive. One final act before he'd come down and strip himself of godly power. He'd create the Order Empire with a single magic flower.